आज एक बड़ा ही अद्भुत आपको हम वीडियो देंगे जो कि है काशी में हो रहे महिंद्रा कबीरा फेस्टिवल का। देखिए ये है आपका गणेश घाट और एक घाट और है, इसके बीच में ये है। तो यहाँ पे ये हो रहा है और इसमें बड़े बड़े लोग आए हुए हैं, बड़े ही डिस्टिंग्विश लोग अपने प्रोफेशन में। और ये महिंद्रा कबीरा फेस्टिवल है, 2 दिन का है, 13 और 14। 13 को तो स्टार्ट था, 14-15 बेसिकली था ये 2 दिन का। तो आज फर्स्ट डे कहिए इसको 14 और कल 15 को इंक्लूडिंग डे है। तो इसमें दिन में सेशन होते हैं, टॉक्स बाय एक्सपर्ट्स, अपने अपने फील्ड में डिस्टिंग्विश एक्सपर्ट्स। और शाम को होता है शिवाला घाट पे कल्चरल। तो ये मल्टी डायमेंशनल फेस्टिवल है, कल्चरल भी है और साथ में एकेडमिक भी है और इंटेलेक्चुअल भी है। और बनारस की इसमें जो छवि है, बनारस की जो फील है वो भी है फेस्टिवल में। देखिए आप देख सकते हैं गंगा के किनारे स्टेज लगा हुआ है और ये इस स्टेज पर ही टॉक हुई। अभी आज की डिस्टिंग्विश्ड स्पीकर थी प्रोफेसर अर्चना शर्मा, जो सर्न स्विट्ज़रलैंड से आई हैं। और उन्होंने एक बहुत ही ज्ञान भरा हुआ, जो बहुत कुछ उसमें सीखने को मिला, ऐसी टॉक दी। सभी लोग अभिभूत थे उस टॉक को सुनकर। ऐसी ऐसी बातें उन्होंने बताई कि कैसे चीज़ें शेप लेती हैं, टाइम क्या होता है, स्पेस क्या होता है, दोनों में क्या कोई रिलेशन है, कैसे होगा, क्या पहले होता है क्या बाद। बहुत ही मतलब ऐसी टॉक जनरली आदमी को एक दूसरे लेवल पे ले जाती है। तो वो टॉक हमने देखी। तो आइए हम अब चलते हैं, टॉक जो है उसको दिखाते हैं आपको, क्या क्या उन्होंने बोला। सुनिए और समझिए और आनंदित होइए।
Indeed, I come from Jhansi, a little town about 400 kilometers from here. And of course, when I finished my school education, my parents wanted to send me to a good university. And especially I was interested in sciences and technology. So in the Bundelkhand area, there was no university which my parents could trust their daughter to. And they looked around to see where can we send her. And Banaras was the obvious choice because my parents knew the professor and principal of the Madan Mohan Malviya Women's College. And they entrusted their daughter to her, and I was under her wing for 6 years at Banaras Hindu University, doing science and physics.
So you were pursuing the sciences in a city that is actually renowned for its spiritual bent, and there is that coexistence. It does not contradict. That is something that continues to be a thread in all your works, which we will come to. But I want to talk about when you graduated from Banaras Hindu University, then you went ahead, you did a PhD from Delhi, you went to CERN, then did your PhD from there. But something called you back. The ghats called you, the temples called you, the little doorways of Banaras called you back. And then you spent 10 years working on this book right here, which is a book that is a compilation of photographs, of poetry, of verse, of prose. What pulled you back to Banaras and what made you do this book?
First of all, I must say that Banaras is a city, as all of you are experiencing it. It's not where you live, but which is where you experience life. And what you do not get to learn in a classroom or at a university is what is the air, what you breathe in Varanasi. The traditions, the rituals, and the madness, if I can say so, that goes around you just remains with you. Because you believe, I believe that, I've come on the planet and I will go away one day, but what is it that that will be remaining of me? I mean, we are close to the Manikarnika Ghat and I'm sure you must all know about it. In the end, you will wither away, but what will remain is what you have lived and what you have left, in terms of meaningful conversations or experiences. And I must say that despite the fact that BHU is a well-known university, not many people know that there is a very big nuclear physics department in the science faculty. And I'm proud to say that today after 42 years, I am meeting my classmate, Mr. Shekhar Srivastav, who is right here, and we have studied together on the benches of that physics department. And each person of that class has gone on to do some amazing things, if I can say so. So the experience of those 6 years living in Varanasi, also coming out from a very comforted cocoon of a family in Jhansi, and coming here, going through the ghats, the gullies, the Vishwanath gully and all that, and then in the university, making new friends coming from all over the country. I mean, that is a huge change when you step out from your family and step out from your little hometown where you almost know everybody and everybody knows you. So that change.
Later, you unlocked that.
Right.
And when we were talking earlier, you said you're always busting the myth from a scientific bent of mind. And this is where it gets interesting for, I think, all of us. Because we come to art festivals, we come to celebrate culture, we come to celebrate history, and we do not figure how science features in all of this. But if there's anything that Banaras teaches you, or even Kabir teaches you, the contradictions or the coexistence of the mind is what makes you. Do you think that this unlocking and going back to your childhood memories, this pull back to Banaras and to solve its mysteries is both spiritual and scientific? Where do you see that for yourself?
Okay, spirituality begins where science ends. And if I tell you, or if I were to tell my grandfather that today, let me pick up my mobile phone and speak to somebody in New York, is it a surprise for you? No. But for my grandfather 30, 40 years ago, it would have been, he would laugh at me saying, is it feasible? Or if we were to say to people 100 years ago that we are going to go to the moon or to make space travel, they would say, are you crazy? Are you mad? So magic happens and science makes it happen. And art is the medium through which we can dream. And I would even dare to say that there are dreams that you don't even know are sitting inside you, and science can actually make this happen. So that's where my scientist and the artist comes together.
You had said earlier that you sometimes don't even think about those dreams and they become achievable. And as we said at the beginning, beginnings in Jhansi, Banaras Hindu University, and then you go on to win the Pravasi Bharatiya Samman, which is the highest honor an Indian can receive who is living abroad, for your contribution to science and technology, which has been absolutely phenomenal. I think that deserves a huge round of applause.
Thank you.
So Dr. Sharma, tell us a bit more about your explorations for this book. When you were going through the city, what we hear often is that every moment is a frame. You may be seeing somebody praying or just sitting and contemplating on the ghats, or you may be coming in the boat. Those who came in the boat with us yesterday in that huge cruise, we were told about the stories of many ghats, and one ghat was कि इस घाट पे couples नहीं बैठ सकते साथ में, because अगर वो बैठते हैं तो बाद में लड़ाई होती है. And they said सास और बहू भी नहीं बैठ सकती क्योंकि बैठते हैं तो लड़ाई होती है. And if you don't believe it, please go take your saas and sit there. So we have these multiple stories in Banaras, and there is a story in every moment. Was that something that you also discovered while framing this book?
So I must say that while living in Varanasi, for me, every moment was so rich in something or the other, whether it was happiness or sadness or excitement or achievements. Because being in the university is definitely a great experience. And I must say to any of the students here that live every single moment, because unknowingly I did that, and I realized the value of those moments much later, because then you look at life and you look at the biggest university, which is like travel and interacting with people and all that. I live in Switzerland, as I mentioned, so every frame there is also a photo frame, right? But then the meanings in a frame are what I get in Varanasi, in India, I would say first, that, and then you come to Varanasi. Obviously, every frame tells a story 1,000 years ago, what would be happening here? Just imagine. And the kind of genes or the kind of heredity, the kind of knowledge that has come along with every generation is there. People are speaking the languages and they are using words and phrases which we use in every single day, handed down to us. So we owe it to our forefathers that we keep this heritage safe and we keep it pure, and we also grow on it, taking advice from it and take it further to posterity for our generations.
दोस्तों, मुझे पूरी उम्मीद है कि आपको ये वीडियो आज का अच्छा लगा होगा, और अगर वीडियो अच्छा लगा है तो आप हमारे चैनल शेखर ट्रैवल प्लस को सब्सक्राइब कर दीजिए, और सब्सक्राइब करने पर जो घंटी का बटन है उसे दबाइए फॉर ऑल नोटिफिकेशन, जिससे वीडियो अपलोड होते ही आपको सूचना मिल जाए एक नया वीडियो आ गया। सभी वीडियो देखिए, लाइक कमेंट और शेयर जरूर करिएगा, और हमारे हर वीडियो के नीचे सुपर साइंस का टैब है, सुपर साइंस को दबाइए और सुपर साइंस खरीदिए, क्योंकि सुपर साइंस हमारे चैनल को डायरेक्ट सपोर्ट करता है। तो हमारे चैनल को डायरेक्ट सपोर्ट करिए। तो इन्हीं शब्दों के साथ हम करते हैं वीडियो को समाप्त और आपको ले चलते हैं वापस अपने स्टूडियोज़। चैनल पे बने रहिएगा, और ये जो मधुर संगीत सुनाई दे रहा है, ये 2 मिनट आपको सुनाते हैं, फिर जो है स्विच ऑफ करेंगे। स्टे विद अस। Thank you. See you again. Bye bye.